Boy, oh boy, one I did not think it can get more gross than this. The stuff that I'm hearing about Cassie and Diddy, this is nefarious. I mean, that's all I have to say about it. I mean, I have a lot more to say about it, but I want you guys to come on in. Let me know if you guys can hear me clearly. If you can, press 2. If you guys did not know, this is day 2 of the official trials when it comes to Diddy. I have read some reports about Cassie today, and Cassie, they said she got on that stand with that pregnant baby, and the stuff that came out of her mouth, I am shocked. I am appalled. Pretty much, she exposed herself. Okay. Now, a lot of people are still saying, well, she was still brainwashed. She was still this. Everybody has to be accountable for everything they have done. Okay. So I'm going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth on both parties. So I'm glad that you guys are here. Hey, Christopher, how you guys doing? Now, I want to know, I don't want to know. I need you guys to like this video. This video, it helps my videos, it helps the algorithm, and I need that support. I'm not too proud of beg, and y'all please like that video. If you guys did not know, yes, I'm out of town right now. I can't wait to get back home. It's nothing like being at home. It's nothing. I love my place. It's nothing like being at home. I feel like Dorothy. I just want to click my heels and just be at home. Ooh, it's nothing like my own bed. It's nothing like my own peace. It's nothing like my own air conditioning. I'm staying with honey. Anyway, let's get back to the case. Enough about me. So I would tell you this. I would tell you this. I feel irritated because I've been played a fool. I feel irritated because I've been lied to. They told me that Diddy had Cassie in the basement in them tunnels. Press 4 if you remember about Diddy be having people in them tunnels locked up. I had the idea that Diddy had Cassie up in them tunnels in that mansion, locked up, and she was his slave, his freak slave. I had the idea that Diddy had her locked up for 10 years, giving her horse tranquilizers and drugging her, to keep her sedated to stay in. I had the idea that he had her locked up in them tunnels. Then he invited men over, dressed her up like a Barbie doll to have his freak offs. Okay. That was my idea of the picture because that's what Cassie people painted. I do believe that Cassie is a puppet. I think that Cassie clearly she wanted the money for her time and her suffering. And I don't blame Cassie for wanting the money from her time and the suffering. Hell, Cassie went with Diddy not for love. Cassie ain't never loved Diddy. Cassie was never attracted to Diddy. Do you see Diddy? Diddy looked like a piece of shit on a stick. Who is attracted to him? He is not a good looking man. He's ugly. Okay? Cassie was not attracted to Diddy. She was never in love with Diddy. She wanted Diddy for that fame and that money, honey. Okay? So I can't blame Cassie for wanting that money. Do you? Shit. She at this point, all the shit she been doing, child, and she wanted to be in Hollywood. I don't care what y'all say, but everybody that wants to be in Hollywood, that want to do that hip hop, that worldly music, they want to play on Satan's playground. Okay. So that's what she wanted to do. And I feel like the people that really want to tear down Diddy is the white elites. And I believe that they are using Cassie as a puppet to tear Diddy down. Now, how do I feel about that? I really don't care. Tear his ass down all you want to. Okay. I'm not on neither side. If Diddy did nefarious shit, hey, he did nefarious shit. He got to go down with it, you know? So I don't care, but that's how I feel about that. And so let's go through it. Let's go through it. That's my idea. Did y'all feel that she was down there in them damn tunnels locked up like a slave? Huh? Press 2 if you had that impression. And when I say that Cassie people, because I do feel like it's a lot of push in the media. And they've been telling me all these stories about Diddy and these tunnels and the pizza boxes, and they having all these kids. And I do feel like it's Cassie puppet masters that are pushing this out. So that's why I said Cassie people. I do believe that they are working on together. to destroy Diddy. I feel like they're destroying Diddy because Diddy didn't cross the line in that contract. Diddy went against Ciroc and he won against some people, and you already know Black men, you got to know your place in America, okay? They're not about to allow you to have anything. Y'all saw what they did with that damn city where Black people was progressing. They tore that shit down. Okay, so you not in this lifetime. I don't know what y'all smoking on. Look at Bill Cosby and everything. Even though I do believe in both sides, I believe that Bill Cosby and them was doing wrong, and I do believe that they tore him down and they targeted him because it was Black. I believe in both. Okay, so that's how I feel about that. But I really thought she was up in there stuck in them damn tunnels. Okay, did y'all thought she was stuck in them tunnels? I thought she was stuck in them tunnels. I thought, I mean, how they painted out here, how Cassie Puppet Masters, all these videos out here talking about Diddy got all these bodies in the tunnels and all the pizza boxes kids and how they dolled her up like a prostitute and had all these men running trains on her for Diddy to get off and she couldn't go nowhere and he had the pile in her head. And then when she tried to escape, he grabbed her and he threw her back in the tunnel. That's what I really thought. I thought he dialed her up and take her to the events and then take her ass back to the tunnel. Cassie is painting a whole different picture. I said, Cassie, you need to shut the hell up because I'm starting to look at your pregnant ass different. Okay? Cassie loves men. She loves men. She's always running up against a man. Hell, after Diddy done did what he did to me, I wouldn't want no man. I'm surprised she ain't a full-blown lesbian. Okay? Didn't they say that a lot of women that go, that men be taking them through a whole bunch of shit, don't they turn into a lesbian? Huh? Press 7 if you heard that. That a lot of lesbians, they're lesbians because men have put them through so much shit, they turn lesbians. Hell, if I was Cassie, I would have been a full-blown lesbian. I don't want to see no man. Okay, I don't want to be bothered with no man. Hell. But they are saying, Cassie is saying that she was jealous. She was jealous of other women. And that is why she's probably doing all this freaky shit, all this stuff, because she's competing for her damn spot to be in Diddy's life. I said, well, ain't that a damn? What the hell? What the helly? What the hellion? What the hellioso? What the hell? She was jealous. She said it on that stand. She said that she was jealous. I said, I don't know. And then people say, well, Diddy make her say a lot of shit. Well, okay, if she have a weak mind and she easily be manipulated, I know for a fact that somebody is making her say the shit she's saying on the stand. Okay, a weak mind is a weak mind. So if Diddy can manipulate her, I believe that Diddy Diddy ops, her puppet masters, can manipulate her to say some shit on that sand. I believe that it went like this. Cassie wanted some money, okay? And I believe the white puppet masters say, hey, we can get you that money and more money, but you're going to have to do X, Y, and Z to tear that motherfucker down, okay? You're going to be on our team now. And I think she rolled with it, and I think, hey, now she's a soldier for them. And now she's getting her money. Okay? Hell. And she's still under a man. Hell. Leave these men alone. Go to God. Go to God. Go to God. Okay. Honey, I hope that Cassie and this new man, I hope they stay together. Ooh-wee. Honey, did you hear about the golden showers? Cassie said, I don't know who said it. Did Cassie say it or the prostitute man? And I see some of y'all want to argue me about this damn prostitute man. He's a prostitute. Talking about he's a male stripper. Male stripper is the little brother of prostitution. Okay? They all together. OnlyFans is the little sister of prostitution. You are doing sexual stuff for monetization, for money. Hell, listen, I know y'all want to call a thing a moet. Y'all want to say red is blue, blue is red, green is purple. Okay, all this confusion and delusion. Listen, I know a prostitute when I see one. If you are taking money for some acts, then use a damn prostitute. Okay? So that's just how I see that. Argue with your mama. Okay. I don't got time for it. But either Daniel, the prostitute man, said that Cassie was begging and asking him, please, do that golden shower in my mouth. I said, oh my God, I wanted to throw up. I wanted to throw up. Ain't no damn way I'm going to allow anybody to piss on me. I don't give a damn. I know a lot of you all, you would rather die than allow somebody to degrade you in that manner. And they said she did it again and again and again and again. Come to find out, she didn't even live with Diddy. I said, what the hell? What the hell? What the hellion? She said that she stayed in a different place. Okay, she had her privacy, but she said that Diddy had securities watching her, but she had her space. She said it was an open relationship. She was having a relationship with all these men. How in the hell, if you've been traumatized, you have a relationship with all these men? Where her daddy at, goddamn it? Hell, where is Cassie daddy? He has failed her. Where's Cassie? Cassie daddy did not teach her, hey, this is what a man's supposed to treat you. This is what you expect. Cassie daddy didn't drag her ass and say, what you doing, ho? You know what I mean? I don't know. Where is Cassie daddy at? Does she know her daddy? What is going on? Hell. And all these men that was, but I don't know, freaking on Cassie, because we all know they want one thing from Cassie. They want to freak on her. Okay, clearly these men that she was dating with on an open relationship, they didn't want nothing but to freak on her. And clearly she was already freaked out because Diddy then turned her ass out into a cold, hard freak. She's over there dating different men. Michael B. Jordan with pissy, prissy breath, smelling breath smell like piss and shit. Okay. And if they pissing on, you know what comes next is the boo-boo. Okay. I mean, that is just what they do in Hollywood. Okay. And if she wanted to be inside that Hollywood, inside that fame so bad, I know so many people, they would rather die than do some shit like that. I know so many people that thought about taking themselves out of here on lesser shit. Hell, I thought about taking myself out of here just based on what people saying about me or the thought of what a person would say about me. Hell. And she, honey, she got all this shit going on with the pussy, the shit, and he beating on you every day. What then? They said it ain't every day. I thought it was every day. I thought she was stuck in them damn tunnels. She was living a goddamn good life. And why would she keep coming back to that damn place? I don't know. You know what? I have learned not to put 20 on 10 because how everybody else is putting 20 on 10, putting 50 on 10. I'm going to let her say it because I would have never thought she would say that she was jealous. I would have never thought she said she had her own place. Your own place. You wasn't stuck in them tunnels. You wasn't a slave. I thought she was stuck. Don't you know how white people did black people? They had them stuck in those barnyards. And, when the black people would try to escape, they would have, they'd get them, you know what I'm saying, and put them back and then they whip them and shit. I thought it was that type of situation, with all the tunnels and the pizza boxes and all that. But I go through here to see what else is going on, and I want to see what y'all are saying about this. Can I please get the likes? I'm keep on asking y'all to like this video. God damn. Okay. Should I make a musical about hitting the likes? Okay, let me look at y'all comments first, and then I'm going to look at the comments in the other people's pages to react to it. All right. Jessamy says she don't got about what was treated. She's Latino. Latino, she ain't black, she white. So, it is what it is. I don't know. Cassie broke free and now she is free to take his ass down. Yeah, well, look like she could have been free a long time ago if she really wanted to. She could have left the country. If you have access to have your own place, first of all, why would you want to have your own place clear to him? Honey, you couldn't find me. I'm changing my name. Hell yeah. She should have changed her goddamn gender, honestly, okay? She could have changed her name, her gender. Hell, when you really want to get away, you're going to find a way to leave that. But she said she was jealous. Somebody that's jealous and competing with other women for the attention of the Satan is a person that is not trying to leave. Somebody that's still hoping and wishing to be a part of Hollywood, to be a part of the devil's playground, still wants to be around Holly weird men. She constantly was dating Holly weird men. I would think if you wanted to leave Satan's playground and get away from Holly weird, you wouldn't be even interested in no kid Cudi that wear dresses and nails and what's the name? Michael B. Jordan and any other celebrities. You will want far away from that type of lifestyle. Move on. But she wanted a part of that lifestyle. Now she got the money, and now she want revenge. She wants to take Diddy down. I guess I don't know. I still feel like she wanted the money, and I think she could have been fine with everything because they said in the beginning she asked Diddy for a certain amount of money, but Diddy, he's stingy and he cheap, and he did not give her the money. They said it could have been all done and said if Diddy would have gave her a small amount of money she asked for. Do you guys remember that? Press 5 if you remember that. So to me, because she wanted that little sum of money, she would have been fine. I don't think this would have went as big as it did. But they said Diddy was stingy. He was telling her to kiss his ass. So she said, okay. And I feel like, he created an enemy with the white elites. And the white elites said we can use his enemies like Cassie to destroy him. And surely enough, that is what they're doing. And I think Cassie, she's easy to be manipulated. So she's going to be manipulated and used for their benefit. And she's going to get money. I think Cassie is a transactional girl. In order for her to do some stuff, she's going to have a transaction with it. She ain't doing it for no love. She ain't doing it for the hell of it. She's going to do it for some money. I think Cassie has always been a transactional girl. That's what it looks like. Do you really think Cassie was in love with Diddy? Press 1 if Cassie was in love with Diddy. Press 2 if you feel like Cassie was attracted to Diddy. Okay? Hell no. Nah. She wanted to be famous. And a lot of people have sold their soul for fame. And I feel like she is one of them. If you're willing to do this, I mean, the first time he yelled at her, it should have been enough. The first time he hit her, it should have been enough. But people stay in situations because it's something else that they want. Okay. But comment, I want to know what y'all think about all this. See how they call you a gold digger, black women? I hope black women cease birthing them, get paid to birth them, or don't do it at all. Well, what is a gold digger? A person that main interest is getting gold. You want to have a certain amount of money in order to be dealt with. I am a gold digger. Okay. I am a gold digger. Have I had periods where I wasn't? I've tried not to be a gold digger, but I felt like it was not beneficial to me. Okay, I am a gold digger. I'm gonna only deal with somebody, a man that's gonna provide. I don't believe in 50-50. I'm not gonna struggle with you. So I know a gold digger when I see one, and I am one, and I know others. Okay, so that's how I say about that. Okay, they said Stockholm syndrome is real. Well, it might be real, but you still have to be accountable. I don't feel sorry. I'm not a victim. Oh my God, you have Stockholm syndrome. A lot of people can say that about a lot of Black Africans. Hell, you still in America. Why are you still in America with a country that did horrible shit to your ancestors? You got Stockholm syndrome too. I don't know, but I'm not going to excuse Stockholm syndrome if you are doing crimes. Where are the bodies? They are saying that she knows more than she's leading on. People want to know about the pizza boxes. People want to know about the kids. If she was so close to Diddy, then I'm sure she knows where Diddy have these kids at. Because a lot of people want to know that. Okay, that's how I feel about that. You grown, you still have to be accountable for things you done. Whether you felt that you were manipulated or you got Stockholm syndrome or all this other shit y'all come up with. Y'all come up with different terms every day. Okay. She's Filipino. I don't know about race. I don't do it with that Stockholm syndrome. How we have double standards for women than men. Tina Turner stayed and had children with the Ike. Well, that's crazy too. But eventually she did get away. When you have double standards, women and men will always have double standards in the world. I think it would be it's gonna be far away until Women and men don't have double standards. Okay. One minute y'all want women and men to have equal rights. Then the next minute y'all want a man to be a man and want a woman to be a woman. Which one is it? Okay. Which one is it? Do you want a man to open the door for you? Do you want a woman to open the door for a man? Okay. Y'all stay in double standards. A lot of you like double standards, and some of you guys pick and choose the double standards that you like. And I want to know. Let's just play a game real quick since we on double standards. How do y'all feel about women proposing to men and women open the doors for men? Press 1 if you like that, because it's equal rights. It's equality. Press 5 if you would rather for it to be a double standard right there. Okay. Some of you guys don't want to see no woman proposing to no man. Some of y'all don't want to see no woman opening doors for men, because it's traditional and you like your double standards. Hell, y'all gonna pick and choose what y'all want. Hell, that's how I see it. Okay, I'm gonna pick and choose my double standards. Hell, some double standards I like, some double standards I won't. Shit, that's just how it crumbles. I don't give a fuck about Cassie. I don't care about getting justice for Kim Porter and all the other people he had taken out. Well, that's how Foxy feel. Life moves on. That's how Foxy feel. Shit. Okay, did Cassie have abortions when she was with Diddy? I don't know. Did Diddy even have sex with her? I mean, all I'm hearing is Cassie messing around with all these different men. First of all, Cassie is a freak. She was messing around with men when she was with Diddy. When she left to go to her place, she was effing around with different men. Cassie have a lot of D in her. I would think after being traumatized by Diddy, you wouldn't want no D no more. You would even take a break from men, you know? But Cassie, I guess that trauma is not going to break her. She's still going to deal with men. She still dealt with different types of men. She always cling to men. I think she got a problem with men. I think she's dependent on men. I really do. I think she don't even know herself. It didn't feel like she have gave herself time to be by herself and not being around a man, not having a man manipulate her or use her as a puppet to do and say what they want her to do. I think that she will always be dependent on a man. I don't know about no abortions. Like I said, do you really think that Diddy had sex with her? I mean, at this point, it looked like Diddy didn't even have sex with her. You know, I don't know. Press 1 if you feel like Diddy had sex with her. Press 2, you feel like he did not have sex with her. He just used her to watch her mess around with other men because that's how freaky they get. Okay. I don't know. I don't know too many men that would want to mess around with a woman that's been around with so different men. You know what I mean? That's why I think he gay. I really think Diddy is gay. But what do I know? Mm-mm-mm. I think he gay. I don't think he even messed around with her. I don't know though. Okay. Diddy was not dumping Kim Porter for Cassie, dumping Kim Porter for Cassie. He left room for her to cheat on his cheating ass. What can y'all are awesome freaks. Y'all have no loyalty to each other. And I'm talking about all of them. Kim, Cassie. I mean, when you're dealing with a circus, what do you expect? Some bullshit to come out of it. Okay. I don't understand this. Then he grew violent and turbulent. And I don't, if you got to be violent with these hoes, don't you think it's time to get a new branch of hoes? God damn, Diddy. It don't take all that. Man, if you have to put hands on a hoe or a woman, can you just leave her alone? I mean, just because the hoe keep coming back and she talking about, well, I don't mind if you hit me. Well, I still love you. I don't care if you hit me. I still love you. That hoe is crazy. It's something mental illness is with a person that keeps coming back when they get beat up. They call it Stockholm syndrome. They said the mental illness is a Stockholm syndrome. That's somebody that's mentally ill that keeps coming back to get beat. So I feel like, man, do not take that as a green light to continue to beat on her because anytime she can wake up and take your ass to jail But besides that, it is wrong to beat on anybody. And I leave. Men, if you have to argue back and forth with this hoe or a woman, whatever, leave. You should want to have your life in peace. You don't have to go through that. If she don't want to get into what you want to get into, leave. It's simple as that. Okay? I don't feel sorry for you all that's putting pause on women because you don't have to. You can have self-control. You can say, hey, this ain't working for me. I want to leave because you're not acting right. You shouldn't have to force her or try to control her to do anything. If you want a submissive woman, you don't have to force to do shit. You say clap, clap, and she cutting off the lights. You don't got to argue back and forth with her. That's somebody that's combative. And hell, and if you gonna hit on her, your ass going to jail. And if you gonna get what you get, no matter if you hit her 50 times and she was okay, but the 51st time she called because she was jealous, that's still on you. Leave. Have self-control. Find somebody else that want to get down on your program. It's just that simple. I don't know, why do y'all feel clingy to other people, men and women? Y'all all have emotional issues. Get out your feelings and think logical. Period. You all are so attached to the point of death. You all are so attached to each other to the point of destroying each other. I don't want you to be that attached to me. I don't want you to like me that much. I don't want you to love me that much. I don't. That's too much. Okay? Please. That's how I feel about that. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Would you think if it's your husband and y'all not got kids, you're open and honest? This is what the secured her from the already knew about. If anything, he's embarrassed for her too. I'm not understanding what you said, Queen. You got to rewrite that. Okay, rewrite that on the essay. Yo, the truth sister preach. You're fine, thank you. Uh-huh. I would say Cassie's a victim, but she also was about that life. She was about the life. I don't paint her as a victim. I thought she was a victim because how Cassie, white puppet master, they kept telling me that Cassie is a slave. She was stuck in them tunnels. She could not get out. She had Diddy constantly putting poison in her body every single day to sedate her in those tunnels. Okay. When Diddy wanted to go out to the award show, that's when he dialed her up and she was still kind of on some drugs. That's what the white puppet master told me. They told me that type of shit. Come to find out, that is not what it was. So, no, I feel like she has to be accountable too. I feel like y'all said, she had a mental illness of Stockholm syndrome. I don't think she's a victim. She have an issue where she likes to go back to a man that keep on beating her, you know? I think she has to play victim because she's going to destroy Diddy. And I think the white elites that is destroying Diddy needs her to put 20 on 10. They need her to amp it up to really sob and be pregnant and play the victim so they can destroy Diddy for what they did to their business. That's how I see it plays out. Okay. So she has to put on. I think both sides are going to put on. I think both sides are going to lie. Hell, and none of these people got the truth in them. None of them. So that's how I feel about that. Okay. So I'm gonna go here to this Instagram post and see what they're saying. It says male escort claims Cassie is the one who initiated the piss. That is so fucking gross. I can't even come out my mouth to say that. I don't give a damn. When I was a kid, when I was like 10, 11 years old, if you guys don't know, I was raised in a Christian background, very religious. Me and my friends, we used to say we would rather die than to disown Jesus Christ. We said if somebody put a pow to our head and say we have to disown Jesus Christ, we would rather leave this earth than to disown our Father because we have so much pride and joy with Jesus Christ. I don't know if you guys ever played those games or tested your friends out how dedicated they are to Jesus Christ. Press 5 if you did that when you were a kid. Press 10 if you did not, right? All right. So I don't know. These adults, there's something different, right? They're not willing to, they, they don't have no standards. They don't have no principles. When you don't have standards, principles, when you're not, having that, you're willing to do anything. And I feel that if you're scared people do anything to keep from being taken out. If you were in war and you're fighting for America, and if Russia kidnap you, some soldiers that are so loyal because they have principles and standards, they would rather leave this earth. You see it, they would rather take poison versus to be in a situation where Russia is trying to force information out of them. And you still have people like that today that are so loyal to this country. Um, and everybody ain't built like that. And I feel like when you're scared, you will sell out yourself, you will sell out your soul because you're scared and you just want to live. And you just want to live, and you're willing to sell yourself out, you're willing to sell your country out, you'd rather let somebody boo-boo on you and shit on you and piss on you and do all this type of shit because you're scared. And if you know anything about God, you don't have fear in your heart because God, that this place right here is temporary. Okay, God have you, you know what I'm saying? So everybody is built differently, but like they said, she has a mental thing called that Stockholm syndrome, where I guess you just keep on coming back to people that beat on you and stuff like that. I'm still processing that, but that's on her. So it says, what if anybody? I guess the person they asked, what if any bodily fluids other than nasty stuff? Do you remember there being? I don't know why y'all so. Why do y'all? What is the fascination of doing all this freaky wicked shit? I think it's wicked as hell. But it seemed like they are so into this. I do feel like it's rituals that they have to do. I mean, you can spend your time doing so much better in life. You can do your time, spend so much giving love to people that don't have love, to educate people, to get people off of property or homelessness. But y'all rather spend all this money on Louis Vuitton and show off and try to be so materialistic and freak off on each other and doing all these drugs and this alcohol, just wicked. So anyway, um, the stripper dude says, yes, judge. Okay. So Cassie was actually the one. This is the stripper prostitute dude. He said, so Cassie was actually the one that asked me to piss on her, golden shower. They just come out of the room and she asked me if I ever done that before. And I said, no, that nigga lying. But I think he did a whole bunch of golden showers. I don't trust no prostitute. Prostitutes are known to lie. They whole thing is to lie. That's how they do. And they be with so many different people, even if they don't want to be with a person, even if they don't want to do the freaky acts. Prostitutions, they're going to do it because of the love for the money. I had this one prostitute on my channel. She came to me and I guess she wanted me to feel sorry for her. And she said she had to be a prostitute, but she said she gave her life to God recently. And I said, well, that's good for you. But I said, I don't feel sorry for you, because you chose to do a prostitution. You don't have to be a prostitute. That's the lifestyle that you chose to do. You chose to walk into darkness. You chose every day to have multiple clients, to do all this wicked shit to you, transferring energy with all these wicked dark energies. This is what your ass could have been a nun. Hell. I mean, how the Democrats got this country running, you can be homeless. You can get on Section 8. You can have an apartment only paying $5 a month. You know what I mean? Having all them damn food stamps. I don't see that as no excuse. You did that because that's what you wanted to. You wanted that fast money. And then a lot of them prostitutions, hell, I don't understand. I don't see the progression. I'm like, shit, you might as well get that shit out for free. because it ain't doing you no good. You're still stuck in the shithole you into. And then on prostitution, I had talked to one a prostitute. They said their mind is so gone because all those different spirits and a lot of those men that come to prostitutes, they are demons. They are demons. All that transferring that spirit on them after man after man after man after man after demon after demon after demon and doing all that demonic shit, it does F with your brain. And I think having a peace of mind is a luxury. I think having a peace of mind is a luxury more than any Gucci, Balenciaga, any Lavin can have. To have a peace of mind, to be proud of who you are in and out. And their mindset, they pretend that they all this and they all that. But you have to remember the prostitution, that's their life is full of pretending to acting like you this and they love you daddy and selling dreams and shit. So they sell their own self a dream. So I was like, well, I'm happy that you chose that, you got out of it for yourself, but I'm not gonna, oh my goodness, you had to, oh poor you. Listen, people are going through a lot of real shit right now. Kids are getting taken out of here by other people because they have different beliefs. Okay, you live in America, you have privilege just based on living in America. Okay, you have countries that don't even have water, that, my goodness, it's horrible out here in these streets. So I'm like, I'm happy you did that for you, but I'm not like the others. I'm not about to celebrate, give you a cupcake. Do what you do for you. So anyway, it says here, so Cassie was actually the one who initiated. They just came out of the room talking about her and Diddy. And she told me to do it. And apparently I was doing it wrong. Why in the hell would you do it? See that right there? For that prostitute man to say he actually did. Why would you do that? I ain't never do it, but I'm willing to do it for some money. That is a form of prostitute. You's a prostitute. Gonna argue me? Well, no, he just said he's a male stripper. Honey, a lot of these male strippers are damn prostitutes. Like they kin folks. Okay. Hell. So I'm not surprised. But I guess he's trying to make it like, he don't do it. He's a prostitute. He lied. I can't trust a prostitute. Shit, he probably lying about that. I think he probably did it more. I think he probably shitted and doing all this other stuff. Like I said before, I'm surprised he didn't have a story about having sex with Diddy because I thought Diddy was so gay. And hell no. Then they said that Cassie told a man Diddy ain't gay. I know that's a lie. I know that's a lie. See how the lies just roll on out. I thought he was gay. What man want to watch another man be with another woman, a homosexual? And for that stripping man to pretend like that man ain't gay for looking at him, the whole point of him getting off is another man in the room looking at your ass. But let's play dumb. Let's play dumb. That stripper man know that man was looking at him, and how could you, a heterosexual, be comfortable with a homosexual looking at you or lusting at you and still do those acts? Clearly, you will sell your soul for the money too, and you want to be close. Now they said that the stripper dude, he didn't know that was Diddy because Diddy had a blindfold and he was up there in the corner. He's still a man. Hell, that just seems so perverted for somebody is peeping, watching, and getting off, and to you as another man, you didn't make it. See, I think he's bisexual. I think he's a homosexual too. I don't know too many. I don't know no straight man that's gonna feel comfortable with another man getting off on him. Hell, I don't know no straight man that be okay with a homosexual looking at him all lustful. It feels disrespectful. It feels degrading. It feels like that straight man want to go up there and knock the shit out of his ass. And ain't no straight man that's gonna allow no man to pay him no amount of money to just what did Terrence Howard say? That's his man card. Okay. Terrence Howard said, once you lose your man card, oh, yeah, I see y'all talking. No, 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 no condoms. They just passing that. They just passing that shit around. And they already got that shit. That's why they don't care. They already got it, man. They passing that shit around like it's ping pong or tennis. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Or do you think the Hollywood elites, they got some type of medication that cure them? Like they said, Magic Johnson. They already said they got a cure for the shit, but they don't want to give it to the public because they're going to lose money. And then I heard in Africa, they already got a cure in Africa, but they're not going to give it to Americans because they want Americans' money. So I don't know, maybe Hollywood people, maybe they got access to the good medication where they can risk it all. Because I don't understand, how can you love yourself and you want to be healthy and you're going to do risky shit like that, knowing the stats out here? Okay, how could you do that to yourself? It's almost like taking a pow with some piles in it and just putting it to your head and just taking a risk, taking a risk, taking a risk, taking a risk. Hell, and doing it with demons at that, because you don't give a damn. And I guess that's why they got to do so much drugs and so much alcohol. Why would you do that to yourself? I feel like all of them hate themselves. I feel like, Diddy, you hate yourself. Why would you want to do that to yourself? I can never understand it. It's not me for understand, but it is what it is. So anyway, he said he pissed on him, and he said that they laughed at him because he did it wrong. I guess he just started pissing. That's just so gross. Why would you? I Could somebody pay y'all to piss on them and boo boo on them? I'm just curious to know. Press 1 if somebody can pay you to piss on them and to boo boo on them. Press 5 if nobody can pay you amount of money to piss and boo boo on them. You know, that is some wicked shit right there. But a lot of people would do it because they want fast money. So, uh, uh, okay. Uh. So yeah, hold on. Okay, so another thing that just came out, and please like the video. They had Cassie on the stand, and it says, "Let me show you a video." The hotel, I guess the lobby. I'm reading it. Where's this? Cassie said, she tells where the hotel is. And Cassie said it was after a freak off. So Cassie has confirmed. Don't you know that video where Diddy was whooping Cassie ass in that hotel? She said that happened after a freak off. So so she was just getting freaked off with another man, and Diddy was watching. And I guess Diddy went into the shower and she just ran. I guess she said she ain't want to do it no more. Well, stop coming back. I mean, I want to know, how was Cassie working? If she had this expensive ass apartment or expensive ass house, who was paying the bills? How was Cassie working? How was Cassie getting her money? That part. Can y'all tell me how Cassie was getting her money? Huh? Was Diddy still providing her money? I'm sure he was. If he was paying for all this, I'm sure he was paying her a big sum of money. I don't know. But how was she paying those bills? Bills ain't gonna pay themselves. Was the other man paying them bills? What was she doing? I know she wasn't working at Target. She wasn't working on no damn Walmart. What was she doing to pay the damn bills? Okay. 30K a week. Okay. I don't know what she was doing for. What was she doing for the bills? Okay. I'm not sure. Okay. What does that entail? Okay. So Cassie says that hiring an escort of setting it up. All right. So it does. Cassie said that she will go to escort service and she'll set it up, and she will pay the men so Diddy can watch them do the freak offs. And that's why they said, do y'all remember one time Cassie, boyfriend or her husband or whoever that new dude is, he was like, Diddy is gay. He was doing subliminals. See, Cassie know he gay, and Cassie know that she has to get with these men so he can get off. You know what I mean? So, honey, they was having girlfriend squabble. Okay. But did Diddy ever do the X? That's what I want to know. Did she ever see Diddy doing an X with another man? Okay. Okay. I want to know that part. So it says, how do you feel when he asks for it? And I guess that's what the people asked Cassie. Cassie said she confused, nervous. I want to make him happy. That is a lot. She, I want to make him happy. Why do you want to make him happy? Somebody that beat on you, hate you. Why do you want to make him happy? Because you want that fucking money. Why do you want to make him happy? Why do you want to make him happy? I'm assuming she wanted the money. That's why she wanted to make him happy. Why does she want to make him happy? She said she felt confused, nervous. Okay. That is so opposite. Confused, confused. I'm confused. Confusion is close to delusion. God don't deal with confusion. Do she go to church? Is anybody in her got Christ in her life? She sounds like she need Jesus. Okay. But she says she's confused. She was nervous. And I want to make them happy. That is a contradiction at its finest. But I'm going to let y'all handle that. What y'all think about that? Did you agree to it when he first proposed one? So when he first proposed, get a escort, a prostitute, and do it in front of me with a prostitute. She says she did agree to it. Then there was more. She said she agreed to it more and more and more. It wasn't something I wanted to do, at least not that frequently. So she said she didn't mind doing it, but she just didn't want to do it as much. And I guess he was demanding her, I need to get off. I need to get off. I need this shit. Well, bitch, go get another hoe. Hell, Cassie ain't that damn special. Go get another hoe. Go get another hoe. But it seemed like Cassie wanted to compete with different women for his attention. Cassie stuck around like a fly to shit for a reason. Why did she stick around? Okay. And she did stick around. She had plenty of time to get out. But like y'all said, she had mental illness, which is Stockholm syndrome. And she liked to go back to people that beat on her. And then that what goes, where is her daddy at? Okay. Do y'all know Cassie daddy? Okay. I'm blaming this shit on the daddy. Where the daddy at? Okay. Yes. Then there was more. She said there was more. She said she agreed to it in the beginning. She said it was a lot more. And it wasn't something she wanted to do. Then she said, well, not as frequently. So it sounded like she wanted to do some of them, but she ain't want to do all of them. And I can imagine, like once Cassie started dating other men and other men probably treating her a certain way and getting her ear, she probably like, damn, I don't want to do this with Diddy no more. Why she just, child, it's so much. She should have got with a gangster, that can whoop Diddy ass, a higher gangster shit. You going to prostitute yourself to the highest bidder, you know? But it is what it is. It says, I didn't know what no could turn into. What do you mean? She says, making him angry. So she said that she denied a freak off, and that's what pissed him off. Well, did you take the money first? Okay. Cassie, did you take the money first and then told him no? Hell. Okay. Shit. Didn't seem like she's an artist. Seems like she's a prostitute herself. It seemed like Cassie is a former prostitute too, because it seemed like Diddy was paying Cassie to prostitute herself to hire other prostitutes so they can do it in front of him. Okay. That's what it sounds like. That Cassie was into a form of prostitution herself. When you are doing stuff and you don't want to do it and you're doing it for money, or if you're not doing it for money, if you're doing it for anything other than what you want to do, it is a form of prostitution. That's why I tell y'all can't prostitute me. A lot of people, I have people before, they give me cash donations and they want me to push their agenda. And I'm like, thank you for the cash app, but just because you give me a cash app, I'm not going to agree with you. You cannot prostitute me with no damn cash apps for me to be a puppet for you. It's just, I'm not built like that. Okay. So it says then there were more. I didn't know what no could mean. Through time, he had blackmail materials. What did you give the government? So she said, he started blackmailing her when she said no. When she said no, she's not going to do it anymore. That's when Diddy said, blackmailing her. Now, what did he blackmail her with? I don't know. I don't know. She doesn't say for real right at this moment. I imagine he probably recorded it, say, hey, I'm going to blackmail you with these videos. So that's what it sounds like. It says, what is the age difference between you and Sean? She said 17 years old. How did you feel when Sean invited you to hotels? 'Cause this is another thing I'm pissed off at. Y'all told me this shit happened at the mansion parties at the tunnels. Press 9 if y'all was told that all this freak off happened at the tunnels and Diddy tunnels at his mansion. I didn't know she met up at the damn hotels and different hotels like a damn prostitute. Hell. See the bullshit they putting out? Uh-uh. How did you feel when Sean invited you? Okay, nervous, excitement. We're going to talk about music. Bitch, you know you ain't talking about no damn music. See, this is the shit that's going to piss me off. She said she thought they was going to talk about music. Cassie, let's not play them games. You know your ass a prostitute. You know you was not talking about no damn music at no hotel. He introduced me to oral. I didn't understand it. But yet you want to talk about doing all this freaky shit on these videos and the music videos. Boy, oh boy. I'm in here. I'm recording. Okay, so they're telling me I gotta leave. Okay. They are telling me I have to leave. I enjoy you guys, but I have to go. It's so much more I want to say about this. Okay, but let me continue on. It says how will he keep tabs on you? Cassie said we didn't live far apart. I was so shocked about that. I said, bitch, you got your own shit? Huh? She said that she lived apart from Diddy. I thought she stayed locked in them damn tunnels. He sent security to find me or trusted an assistant. Okay, that's how he keeps tabs. Honey, I would have left the country if a guy beating on me every day and shitting and pissing on me every day. I'm leaving the country. I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to Nigeria where homosexuals cannot come. Somewhere in Africa. I mean, if she like black men, it's a whole bunch of black men in Africa. And want them Africans treat her real good. Because you know, Africans, they are very colorist and they like white women. So they would have treated her real good, girl. If you want some money, I would have booked a flight to Nigeria and got me a goddamn King Kong rich man that loved my Latino ass, okay? And say, F you, Diddy, because you come over here, you going to get up. Okay. And I would have told my story from Africa, honey. But it says like who? David, Christina, I guess it's some security people. Was your relationship exclusive? She said no. Did you see other men? She said, hell yeah. I was surprised about that. After you've been traumatized, why would you want to see another man? Why would you even want to get involved with another man? But she said she was involved with different multiple men because they were not exclusive and she was having her fun doing what she wanted to do with different random men in her own place. To me, right there, that paints a whole different picture than she's stuck in the tunnels being enslaved and being drugged up every day in them tunnels in prison. That's the mindset they painted. And that is not what it is. I'm so shocked. Did Sean see other women? She said, yeah. He said, I am Puff Daddy. I was insanely jealous. She said she was insanely jealous, bitch. She didn't say jealous. She said insanely jealous. See, she got some type of form of mental illness, being jealous or some shit like that. That's why I said her father failed her. Where's her damn father at? Yes, he wanted to be close to child. Listen, I gotta go, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed my commentary. Press 7 if you enjoyed my commentary. I gotta go. I love y'all. Hopefully, I can see y'all later on. And I'm out. Okay. Bye.